Kevin Smith, Stabby Craft, the 1850 Super Cab. What do you reckon?
Well, it's quite a big change because we normally have the big 7 metre plus, in the Stabby Crafts, which are your sort of ultimate offshore packages. They've come up with something quite interesting this year. It's a lot smaller than usual, but besides it having that typical Stabby Craft ride, which is really good, they've done a really good job at maximising space here for more than usual people fishing on a boat of this size, Yep. So, great job. Very simple, standard, neat design on the Stabby. I like this sort of air configuration in the pontoons and that. It works for me.
This is the new Arrow pontoons as well, so they've actually changed those shoulders where a lot of Stabbies were a little bit hard and a bit of slap sometimes, but they've changed it, softened it, and it's really worked, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's giving you a little bit more sort of depth as you knock into chop and swell. So definitely a bit of a better ride. But when I observed it from the side, I could still see the pontoons actually working and curling off the spray. So it still maintains a really good dry ride as well.
That whole transom layout, it's not only the reverse of being able to reverse at speed down on a fish, but that whole setup with the cutting boards, the live bait tanks, everything there. To me, it's just an ideal fisherman setup.
Yeah, I like that. It certainly saves the space, having the live bait tank underneath the cutting board. I like that idea. And the thing about this boat, you step on it and you just sort of go, hang on a minute, this is only 5.5 metres long, what's going on? Because it feels really big, doesn't it?
From your land?
From the home of the Kiwi, yeah. Fantastic boat. Stablecraft build a very safe, exceptional, pretty much foolproof ride in this thing. I mean, you can do what you want with it. Game change the transom. Awesome bait station set up there. We backed it around on a boat length and just hammered it down the big yammy. Well, not the big yammy, but the 115. We just shot out of the hole and off we went.
Well, it is a big yammy because they still run quite well with a 90 on them. But the 115, I think, is it. You can put a 135 on the back of these things and still no problems. But the 115 is a good combination.
Yeah, no, it did feel very nice out in the water today.
Yep. And driving position, I love on these. I think your vision around on these is just terrific.
Yeah, that single screen's great.
I really like the layout. It looks like an attack helicopter from the front. There are no joins in the windscreen, which I particularly like, so there's nothing to distract you. The first couple of times I was sitting too close to it when I drove it a few months ago. I was hitting my head against the windscreen, but not now. Move the seat back. I honestly liked it. It's a really good thing.
Game chaser transom.
Yeah, we were backing up at something like 12 knots. I mean, it's almost silly what we were doing. An 1850, so effectively a 5.5 metre boat. What it's capable of is incredible. It's not just a bay boat, it is a legitimate offshore game boat.
Look, the other thing that they've done too is they've actually brought the keel line all the way through to the back of the pod now as well. So it is a tip to stern waterline length, and it's given it a whole heap more lift. Did you find out of the hole?
It does. Putting two people in the back of the boat doesn't tend to have that typical drop. Jumping it up onto the plane, there's really no bow lift. Even if you just mod it on the throttle, I really, really thoroughly enjoyed it.